The people, yes you, the people, money hackers, you have asked and I have responded. Kyber Network, one of the most promising cryptocurrencies in the ecosystem. They're solving one problem, liquidity, right? The ease of use from cryptocurrency to cryptocurrency in a decentralized manner. They have an all-star team. They just got listed on Coinbase and their product is innovative and revolutionary. How much will Kyber Network be in the future? How much money will you make if you put in money now and wait for cryptocurrency to go back up? As well as how much money will you make if Kyber Network becomes the dominant player in DeFi? Guys, in this video, I will be using value investing principles, fundamental analysis to predict the price of Kyber Network. Keep watching. What's going on, everybody? Alex back with another cryptocurrency video, and today we're going to be talking about Kyber Network, one of the most requested videos to make for me. I've been getting a lot of comments, a lot of people asking me, as well as this coin called BiDAO, which will be coming up soon. So I decided to knock out the Kyber Network price prediction video today. I'm going to be diving into specifics on what it is, as well as I'm going to be breaking it up into two price predictions, okay? You guys know about the DeFi space. It's not currently in the top, even three when it comes to, how many people are invested in Kyber Network. So I'm going to do a prediction basically entailing if they become a dominant player in DeFi. And then I'm also going to do a prediction with a $10 trillion valuation I always talk about in my price prediction videos, basically saying that all of cryptocurrency is going to have $10 trillion, okay? You'll get that towards the end of this video. If you don't know what Kyber Network is, this is going to be a great video for you because I'm going to go over the specifics and break it down in a simple way. The type of videos I make are simple, so the common person can understand and they can invest or not invest, right? So in this video, we're going to be talking about all that. Now, before we get started, guys, if you haven't already signed up to my free newsletter, click the link below. It's 100% free. It's basically showing you charts and, discounts that I won't show on my YouTube channel for, whatever reason. Two, I also have, something called the Money Hackers, group chat. It's growing pretty big. If you ever wanted to make money to engage, I highly advise you get into that group chat. And the third and final announcement, of course, I can announce all day, but the third and final announcement is that my course drops in 8 days. Yes, I put an official countdown on fundamental secrets, all the principles you're going to see in this video, as well as I would say this is probably going to be 3 to 5% of all the principles I use to find my undervalued cryptocurrencies and to make money in the future. Of course, you guys all over the internet, you're all seeing technical analysis, and that's great and all, and that's a portion of your decision making. But people are putting too much weight on it. Reason being, no one knows how to do fundamental analysis in depth, right? Nobody knows how to find those hidden gems through, research. Everybody on YouTube is telling you to do your research, but how do you do your research? How do you do it? I had this problem when I was first in cryptocurrency, and I set out to solve it with my 6+ years of experience. I've helped other people 100x your portfolios as well as mine, and I have a lot of experience in cryptocurrency. So I dropped fundamental secrets, and if you get it within this 8-day period, you're getting it for 50% off. I'm telling you right now, when it launches, full price will go up, and people are going to be mad at me. So you have 8 days to make a decision. If you were thinking about getting fundamental secrets, this is the time to do it. Now, really quickly, you might get confused with the website. I'll leave the link in the description below. Basically, I have another course called Blockchain Secrets. Very basic. I'm pretty sure a lot of you know how to send, receive, buy, sell cryptocurrencies. If you purchase that one, you will get fundamental secrets for free. So currently, right now, you're going to see the 50% discount. And when you do purchase Blockchain Basics, you will get fundamental secrets for free. Okay, so I'm just highlighting just in case you see that in the link below. So just take action now. You have 8 days. This is a countdown. It's final. I finished the course. I'm just kinking out some details. I got 8 days to do it. I'm going to be launching it, and hopefully you guys take advantage of this 50% off offer. Okay, so let's jump into the video. If you don't know what Kyber Network does, they're basically a seamless token swap anywhere. Kyber Network is an on-chain liquidity protocol that aggregates liquidity from a wide range of reserves, powering instant and secure token exchange on any decentralized application. Now, I've talked about them before, especially in my last video. I talked about 0x and everything like that. And I picked those as my 2 certified altcoins. Now, the reason I picked 0x over something like Khyber is because they just have a little bit more adoption, a little bit more money invested. But essentially, there's a lot of coins that are trying to do the same thing. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm leaning now, after I've done all my research, over to Kyber Network. And I'm going to be telling you, a whole bunch of reasons why Kyber Network actually can make you a ridiculous amount of money. Guys, it's not, I think right now, even for the market right now, it's undervalued. And in the future, if we capture a certain percent of market share compared to like MakerDAO and other, decentralized finance protocols, it can really, really skyrocket, like a lot of, you can make this is one of those coins that I'm putting a hefty amount when it comes to my altcoin portfolio. Now, again, you guys know I only invest about 10% of my total cryptocurrency holdings into altcoins. So I'll go a little bit heavier on something like Khyber Network within that 10%. Now, the other 90% is Ethereum and Bitcoin, just to throw that out for you guys. But I'm not going to focus too much on that because you guys have seen that multiple times. Now, so if we see here, it's simple, guys. There's reserves of liquidity. So people can contribute to, basically, if you guys don't know what liquidity is, just to put it straightforward for you guys. So there's something called decentralized exchanges. So decentralized exchanges are essentially like Coinbase, like your regular exchanges, but they don't require intermediaries. So currently Coinbase, they have a team, they have, developers. There's an intermediary, right? There's a person that has to approve or disapprove some or all of the transactions, right? There's an actual person, right? And it defeats the whole purpose of cryptocurrency. The whole purpose of cryptocurrency is so that you don't need people to do that, right? That's the whole purpose. So what they plan on doing is providing liquidity for decentralized exchanges. There's a whole bunch of decentralized exchanges all over cryptocurrency. If we come here, you can literally see there's a whole bunch of, this is DeFi Pulse. It basically shows you a lot of the lending platforms, derivatives, DEXs, decentralized exchanges, Uniswap, one of the biggest decentralized exchanges, and stuff like that. So of these platforms, of these, exchanges, and basically traditional financial assets put into a smart contract, all these use cases for a decentralized, asset exchange. I don't know how to explain it because there's a lot of different categories of it. Basically, there's a liquidity problem. So, for example, let's just say in DEXs, for example, because there's a lot of routes we can go. It's an unlimited amount with Khyber Network. Basically, anything that needs liquidity, that's what they're planning on solving. But right now, DEXs, if you want to the decentralized way, right? You want to send some Ethereum and turn it into basic attention token without having to deal with a third-party intermediary. You could send it, but it takes a long time and there's not a lot of money invested. Okay, now there's a lot of solutions coming out for that, but they plan on solving it in a better way. Essentially, that's what I'm doing. Now, another thing that I like about this project is they haven't launched their staking platform yet, and they're still, they just got put on Coinbase. This is like an emerging project. This is where, a chance where you can potentially scoop up some of the coins really cheap. And then when it starts playing with the big players, you already got that, percentage gain increase, right? So let me just let's just go over really quickly for people that might not understand what's going on. Reserves contribute to liquidity. So people that basically hold a certain token can contribute to Khyber Network, and then people can use those tokens to exchange. It's basically liquidity. It's a way for money to be transferred in an easier way. It makes it frictionless across cryptocurrency. So you can contribute like as a token holder, and they'll actually pay you percentage in fees, in Khyber Network fees, right? They will literally pay you in Khyber coin for offering your cryptocurrency. Now, you're not giving it to them. You're just letting them borrow it so they can swap and exchange for other people that want to exchange, right? This is good for dApps, wallets, exchanges, and end users. At least anyone that needs liquidity in cryptocurrency and wants to swap from coin to coin, Khyber Network's looking to solve that, right? It's really interesting stuff here. Now, let's just look a little bit deeper. Khyber Network. Crystal is a ERC20 token. It's a part of the Khyber Network. It's basically glue that connects the different participants to the Khyber ecosystem, including liquidity contributors and different entities to leverage on the liquidity network. Okay, Khyber Reserve. So there's basically three parts they're saying here. What is it used for? KNC facilitates the smooth operation of the reserve system in our liquidity network to operate and provide token liquidity. Third-party token reserves are required to purchase KNC to pay for operations in the network, and Khyber Network charges transaction fees, from these reserves, right? So basically a dApp, decentralized application that we're looking for on Ethereum, right? That's really important. We need a decentralized app, a killer app to come increase blockchain adoption because, this whole decentralized nature, this whole blockchain ledger, yeah, we know it's revolutionary, but we don't know for sure unless something is actually applied into something we can use and increase adoption. So they provide liquidity for dApps so they can thrive. It's basically helping dApps with money problems, right? In exchange to a portion of collective fees, the Khyber Network are taken out of circulation forever. So that's another thing to really take in consideration is they're actually doing basically a DAO, which is like a decentralized autonomous organization. And they're actually dropping this soon. This is really important to my purchase decision. Of course, like every other video, guys, This is not financial advice. This is just simply me talking about my opinions on the internet. Don't take it as financial advice. Do your own research. And if you need to do your own research, well, I got a course for that. You know what I mean? But of course, again, guys, do your own research. Don't just take my word for it. I want you to understand what's going on here, not just listening to my price prediction videos, which could be fun. Don't get me wrong. Of course, I know it could be fun. But I want you guys to really learn. So more third-party Khyber reserves are easily created to share liquidity, increase diversity of tokens. KNC required to KNC require, it's basically the glue, like I said, the glue between coins to coins. So someone wants to stake Ethereum, they can stake Ethereum, they're going to get paid in KYC, and KYC is going to be used to transfer back and forth, right? The greater adoption of a liquidity network, including Khyber Swap, Khyber Go, and Khyber Developer, the better this is going to do. The token's going to increase in value. You can buy it on different exchanges, including Binance. And of course, you know, like I said in the beginning of this video, they just recently added it to Coinbase. I actually purchased it the day they added it to Coinbase because I know they were serious. And there's a lot of reasons why I'm really looking at this coin. Okay, so if we look at this, they're dropping reports, ecosystem reports. And this is really important to understand because, you know, the Kyber Network USD transaction volume is absolutely ridiculous. It's dominating any other token. And this is important to understand because I'm going to put it together with a couple of other variables that I think you'll find really interesting when it comes to undervaluing a cryptocurrency. So as you can see here, the DEX 24-hour volume is one of the best, right? I mean, at least in February 2020, it was one of the best and everything like that, as well as, you know, January, they have their own DEX, right? So they made their own DEX so they can use their coin and everything like that and add to the use case of, you know, Kyber Network. And they have a couple of other things, but I'm not going to talk about it. But what I want to really talk about is Khyber Catalyst, okay? So they're launching this soon. They didn't give an exact date. But basically, I mean, with Khyber Catalyst, you're going to be allowed to stake. So if you see here, look, it basically shows you right here. So Khyber Catalyst is basically an upgrade of the code, and they're going to be giving you something called Khyber DAO, the Decentralized Autonomous Organization, which is really important because these organizations, if you stake, let's say you hold Khyber, you stake the Khyber, if you hold these coins, you can basically make votes to a system, right? And the system will decide things like how much the developers get paid. It will decide things like how much coins are going to get burned. People, they burn their tokens. That's another really big factor. Okay, if you guys don't know about supply, but supply is basically, the lower you have your supply, the more the value of the coin increases. These guys are burning their coins. That's huge. That's the appreciation. So you can decide that, right? So with the decentralized autonomous organization, they're basically giving you the decision. Okay, we want to burn 10% of tokens, or we want to get paid 90% of tokens. You guys can literally pick depending on how much Kyber you have, of course. And, you know, they're going to be like a voting system and everything like that. So here's 3 key areas of consideration for Khyber DAO: broad representation, transparent governance, and a network stability. Strong incentives for KNC holders to maintain their stake and be highly involved in governance. Guys, they haven't even dropped this yet. They haven't. When it drops, people are going to start scooping up DAI. That's a fact. Maximizing participation with a wide range of options for voting delegation. Okay, now really quickly, I'm just going to go over it really quickly. So you can see holders, and it's just the important parts. Obviously, you can dive, you know, super deep. This video would be 3 to 6 hours long if I did that. But look, voting rewards. Immediate value creation. Holders who stake and participate on the Khyber DAO will get their share of fees designated for rewards. Burning, okay? The decrease of KNC supply will improve the token appreciation over time and benefit those who did not participate. So they have a deflationary asset. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy for the price of Khyber. Okay, reserve incentives, value creation via network growth by rewarding Khyber reserve managers based on their performance. It helps to drive greater volume, value, and network fees. Essentially, they're dropping this soon. Okay, they haven't dropped it yet. They haven't. It's a Coinbase coin, guys. They're doing a lot of great things. Now, I'm not going to dive into the team. That's for another video. If you guys want me to make a full review of Khyber, leave a comment below. You guys saw that if you talked about Khyber Network or even BuyDAO, what I'm going to talk about, you know, soon in another video, you guys see I respond to your comments. Leave a comment below on some coins that you want me to talk about. And if there's a good amount of people that are talking about it, I'll make the review. I'll make a price prediction. I'll make the review, whatever you guys want me to do. Just make sure to leave a comment below. Okay. And of course, hit the subscribe button for all this free value. All right. So look, you know, being that Khyber is kind of like the frictionless liquidity for cryptocurrency in general, there's a lot of like new coins that are being added to Khyber, including ERC20 tokens. They also have a tech, right? There's a technology to where you can delegate Bitcoin, right? It's not actual Bitcoin blockchain, but they have a way where you can put the Bitcoin code into a Ethereum contract, and it will be essentially the same thing. It will be pegged 1-to-1. So they're actually doing that with Bitcoin and other tokens that don't have the same blockchain. So they're basically what they're trying to do is unify all of cryptocurrency with one liquidity platform. Which is really, really interesting, guys. So if you see here, the token distribution, 9.47, allocated to the company, 9.47 allocated to the founders, advisors, and seed investors. That's normal amongst the ICO, and then 61% to the public ICO. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen, an ICO before. So this is pretty normal. There's nothing out of the ordinary. Like, for example, they own like 40% together, but it's not like one person owns like 30% of the supply and stuff like that. So I don't think centralization should be a big issue for this. And then, as you can see here, you can buy it on big exchanges, everything like that. That's not what we're here to talk about. Let's do some price predictions to wrap this video up, just for my non-technical people and just to give you a quick overview of exactly what Khyber is. It's basically a way to make cryptocurrencies interchangeable amongst each other in exchanges, decentralized exchanges, crypto games, all these platforms that uses blockchain technology. We want to unify them all together so that they're not in their own little separate group. Just to keep it very simple for you guys, that's essentially what they're doing. And they're going to capture the value of the cryptocurrency market through the coin. Right? When they unify it, the coin's going to increase in value, right? So if we look at here, DeFi Pulse, we can see that there's $709 million locked away in DeFi projects. And MakerDAO is one of the biggest one. It's lending, right? You lend cryptocurrency and you can get paid a percentage for lending and providing liquidity. No, this at one point was at 1 billion. Is it 1.2 billion? So, we're coming back, right, a little bit. And if you're bullish on cryptocurrency as a whole, you should be bullish on DeFi because, they're doing better than anything else when it comes to, decentralized, applications. They're doing the best, right? So as you can see here, Khyber's number 14. But this means this is only in lending, right? So what they're basically saying right here is how much money is locked in USD. So as you can see, Khyber only has 4 million. But if you go to coinmarketcap.com, you can also see that it's not locked, but Khyber this is not how much money is invested. It's worth $81 million, right? So the market cap is not, I've said it in other videos on accident, but basically the market cap doesn't mean how much money's in it. It means how much the whole market is worth. And I'm not going to dive into that because it's not relevant towards this video. But so what I think is going to happen with Kyber Network, and I think it's going to rise to the top. And for a lot of reasons, I talked about the product and everything like that. The team is phenomenal. And if you guys want me to make another video about that, I can. But basically, they're doing innovations. They're making it really easy for tokens to integrate it on their platform. And one thing that's really mind-blowing here is, you guys saw MakerDAO and Synthetic Network, right? And they're the top two. So if we go to Khyber Network here, I'm going to show you something really interesting that might blow your mind a little bit. So if we come to MakerDAO, we can see that the USD volume is only at 4,500,000. If we go to Synthetic Network, I don't even know where it is on CoinMarketCap. If we go to Synthetic Network, it's only at 3 million. But then if we go to Khyber Network, it's at 30 million. People are using Khyber Network, people. People are using Khyber Network way more than they are. That means that their product, I don't need to dive into specifics about the product because it's showing right now in real time that more people are using Khyber Network. Okay, and the fact that it's deflationary. Okay, another thing. Now I'm gonna point this out. It's gonna blow your mind, right? So Khyber Network, it has what, like 179 million in circulating supply, right? We know that lower supply is always going to be a good thing for cryptocurrency to increase the price, right? So we come over here, OX. I talked about this in my last video. It has about half. Well, I could be wrong. Yeah, right here. OX has far more supply. It has like 6 times more supply than Khyber Network. That's why Khyber Network is worth more money. It has a lot more supply than Khyber Network. Not 6 times. What is that? Like 3 or 4 times more? It has more supply. Okay. Khyber Network is deflationary, so the supply is going to actively decrease depending on what people vote on in a decentralized autonomous organization. Synthetic Network has way more supply. Okay. MakerDAO, I think MakerDAO is better in that case. So hypothetically, let's say, and this is just for price prediction reasons. I'm not saying it's going to happen. It might. I think Khyber Network is going to be like a top 3 liquidity protocol. I think it's definitely going to be one of the best, being that Coinbase just accepted them, and Coinbase had way better than me at evaluating cryptocurrency. If they accepted them, they're legit. They're legit. They got a world-renowned team. Everything's legit. The code they're making, legit, because Coinbase is putting it on their platform. So they're weeding out all the bad projects, right? So let's just say hypothetically, Khyber Network becomes a top 3 protocol, okay? The fact that they haven't put out their, staking platform yet, this is why you see them on DeFi Pulse so low. Because People don't have the opportunity to stake. Now, there is ways you can get in and become a market maker or whatever, but for the average person that's not technical, you can't get in. They're going to basically have an interface for it now, just like everywhere else, where it's easy to do it and stake on the platform. They're going to have that eventually, and that's what they're trying to do with the project I was talking about with Khyber Catalyst. They're dropping that, right? So when they do drop that, let's just do some really quick calculations. Let's say hypothetically it's a top 3 player. Okay, let's say it passes MakerDAO and becomes the #1 coin. Now, I'm not saying it will, again, just to recap, because people are going to get weird, but let's say it does. Let's blow your mind really quickly. How much Khyber Network would be worth if they somehow pass, MakerDAO in the next like 3 months or so, right? So it's simple. You could just easily take how much money is invested in MakerDAO, right? So MakerDAO has $346 million and divide it by the supply of Khyber Network. So if it's a Khyber Network here, let's just pull out the quick calculator. We're going to do a couple of predictions here. This is just the first one. It's probably a little bit unlikely, being that MakerDAO has like 50% of all the money in DeFi projects. But let's just play around here to see what's going on. So if we divide this by the circulating supply, which will decrease, by the way, I'm just going to blow your mind right there, 893,132. So let's say hypothetically their technology is superior, and they do something really crazy. Okay, that means that each token is going to be, worth $2, $1.90 per token. Okay, so it's worth 45 cents. That's what, approximately a 4x gain. Keep that in your mind. Okay, so now another prediction here that I want to jump into is a $10 trillion valuation. You've seen this in my other price prediction videos. Essentially what I'm doing here is I'm saying that cryptocurrency as a whole is going to get $10 trillion eventually. We can see from the market cap of cryptocurrency that at one point there was $1 trillion in crypto. If we come to the top here, it says about 1 trillion. I saw it 1 trillion for myself. So what I'm saying is they're going to be a 10x from that top. So once we hit the top of cryptocurrency previously, we're going to see a 10x from that point, which is very realistic. A lot of people agree with me on this point. That's why you see $100, $100,000 Bitcoin price predictions, $250,000 Bitcoin price predictions, because we believe cryptocurrency as a whole is going to capture a lot more money, at least $10 trillion. And what, 10 trillion is not that much compared to most financial markets in the world. It's not that much. To say that cryptocurrency is going to get $10 trillion, and there's a chart, and you can watch my other price prediction videos. I talk about, the 10 trillion and everything like that. And I really believe it's going to be at least $5 to $10 trillion in about 3 years' time, captured by cryptocurrency. If you see, my other videos, I'll explain it in more detail. But if we come over here and we say that cryptocurrency gets $10 trillion, right? We say, we're going to capture 10 trillion. We can easily take MakerDAO's percentage of the market. So let's say MakerDAO stays in its same place. It stays on number 28, right? It's number 28 in the coinmarketcap.com. Let's see how much value they captured. So we take this number here, okay? We put it into this percentage calculator here. It's essentially trying to get the percentage of the market they have right now. And then we can make a prediction with the $10 trillion valuation. So the whole market has what? $148 billion. Oh, no, that's the volume. The whole market has 200. Okay, let me just copy it just to make it easier on myself. Copy that, put it in the percentage calculator. So we can see that MakerDAO has potentially 0.165 of all of cryptocurrency market. Let's copy that number, okay? And how that's going to hold relative is we're going to get the $10 trillion valuation. So that's 10,000, 100,000, 1 million, 100 million, 1 billion, 100 billion, 1 trillion, 10 trillion in all cryptocurrency. Multiply that. Now, I'm not going to put that number in there because it's a percentage. So you put basically 0.0016584. Okay, let's just do 584. I think that's a 9, whatever, who cares? 584. So we're going to see that there's going to be about $16 billion captured by MakerDAO. Okay, now as we saw before, you can see that MakerDAO only has what, like 300 or 400 billion? Yeah, 343 million. Sorry, not billion. So if we come over here and we take MakerDAO supply and let's divide it really quickly, divide it by, and the reason why I'm doing this is because it's the market leader. So if you guys understand what the market leader's at, you can understand what other, similar projects are going to be. Divided by 1,005,949 equals $16,000, 16,500 per coin. Okay, crazy. Not that really. If you look at the long-term price of cryptocurrency as a whole, we're going to see a $10 trillion valuation. That's a fact. It's not a fact. I can't say it's a fact, but that's what I believe and a lot of cryptocurrency people believe. So let's just do the same thing. I showed you guys the market leader. So let's say Khyber Network doesn't pass Maker. It stays in its current position. of how much market share they have of cryptocurrencies, kind of do the same thing and see where Khyber Network is going to be. This will probably be like one of the closest accurate decisions of 3-year Khyber Network price prediction. So if we come to Khyber Network, we can see that they only captured, $81 million. Let's copy that right there and put this into the percentage calculator. Same thing, boom. And then the total market cap of all cryptocurrencies, whatever, 203 billion, calculate that 0.04%. Okay, so easy. So if you take the $10 trillion valuation earlier, that's 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, 1 million, 100 million, 1 billion, 100 billion, 1 trillion, 10 trillion, and we multiply it by 0.0004, we'll see that Khyber Network is going to capture about $4 billion. Okay, you see that right there in front of your eyes. Now, if we divide it by the circulating supply of Khyber Network, okay, let's come over here to Khyber Network. Okay, we divide it by the circulating supply. Now, keep in mind, this circulating supply can drop. They're burning tokens, right? They burn tokens. This is why the importance of that. Divide it by 179. You guys can see how this is like so like it's ballparks, right? You're never going to be 100% accurate. Nobody is. But if we could ballpark stuff, you can get a sense of what's going on. So $22.23 per cryptocurrency in 3 to 5 years time for Khyber Network. Okay, and that's assuming it doesn't become the market leader. Okay, if it becomes the market leader, now this is kind of like the most bullish case for Khyber Network. If it becomes the #1 DeFi project right now, let's just do really quick calculation. So to get the percentage that MakerDAO has of the market, we could plug it right here. Press calculate. They have 0.165%. 10 trillion. We're doing the same thing again, right? So that's 100,000, 1 million, 100 million, 1 billion, 100 billion, 1 trillion, 10 trillion. And then we multiply it by 0.001658.4. Okay, multiply by that. This is basically how much money Khyber could potentially capture if they pass MakerDAO, and it's 3 years, 5 years from now. If we get the $10 trillion valuation for all of cryptocurrency and they pass MakerDAO and they're the #1 DeFi project right now, we could take that number and divide it by the circulating supply, which can decrease. Okay, so divide it by 179,893,132 equals $92 per coin. Obviously, it's the most bullish case for Khyber Network. Of course, I'm not going to like sit here and place my bets on a $92 Khyber, but just to blow your mind a little bit, the last one, what was it, like $22 per Khyber Network? All right, so just to blow your mind a little bit, okay, medium bullish, we got $22 per coin. Super bullish, we got $90 per coin in 3 to 5 years time with a $10 trillion valuation. So let's just to blow your mind. So if we take here, we take $1,000. Say you got $1,000 and we divide it by 45 cents. That means you're going to get 2,222 coins. Multiply that by $22 and your $1,000 turns into potentially 50 grand. Okay, let's get even more crazy, right? 2222 multiplied by $90. And your $1,000 turns into $200,000. This is why people are so bullish on cryptocurrency. I don't have to be 100% correct, right? The whole point here is I'm showing you the growth potential of cryptocurrency. I'm showing you where it could be in the future, the most bullish case. And if it's not, well, guess what? You could potentially make a whole bunch of money on $1,000, right? If $1,000 turned into $2,000 in a stock market or something like that, that's absolutely crazy. Like people are gonna be like, they had a 100% return on their money and it did better than most financial, hedge funds in the whole entire world, right? The best hedge funds in the whole entire world getting 40% a year, and you did better than all of them, okay? Now, we're talking about turning 1,000 into potentially 200,000, okay? Like if you turn 1,000 to $5 grand, I'm sure you're gonna be happy. I'm sure it's gonna change your situation. And if you lose $1,000 versus making 200 grand, I think that's a pretty safe bet, being that we're not in the casino. We're looking at cryptocurrency. Everything is proven. A lot of great figures, a lot of people that are way smarter than me, that actually before created the internet itself. They created the regular internet that you're watching me on right now. They've created that before. I'm talking about Mark Zuckerberg that wanted to make the Libra coin. I'm talking about John McAfee, right? All these huge people that have already created an internet and see the future and have already done it are in this space. Okay, I believe there's going to be some type of adoption. I don't know what it's going to be. I can only look at historical data and make predictions in the future. That's where we get the $10 trillion valuation. So don't take these videos too seriously. I saw some comments. People are like, oh, this guy's crazy. He's a moon boy. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I like to make these fun videos to show people the potential of cryptocurrency. But again, don't take it too seriously. Don't take any of this as investment advice. That's it for this video, guys. If you like the quality of this content, hit like. If you don't, leave some constructive criticism. Subscribe for more video updates. And like I always say, if you don't get with this technology, you will get left behind. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Catch you in the next one.